Hello and welcome to the S Word Live call-in show. What? OMG, the last time we did this, so much craziness happened. I cannot wait to see who calls in. But meanwhile, before I even get the first call, I want to introduce who I am. My name is Renee Hribar, and I am a TEDx speaker, sales strategist, and author. And my goal is to make sales simple and fun because it's really easy to get freaked out about sales. So whether you call in or you just watch, hang out, this is going to be fun. And this is something that I think it's all about, like calling it to the carpet, right? Like, what do people really need to hear? What do they need to know? Hey, Milla, the number's above. Milla, you should totally call. Milla is in my Set Like a Mother program, which I'm doing a live web class tomorrow. So if you want to meet face-to-face in my secret Zoom room, all you have to do is register for my live web class, where I'm actually going to be spending an hour going over the steps that I teach inside of my program, and really to all of my clients, my one-on-one clients, my mastermind clients, to get new clients every 7 days. So whether you're a coach, a consultant, or a done-for-you service provider, these kinds of scenarios that we're going to talk about today come up. And do you know how to navigate the course so that you are polite and kind and friendly and effective, not wasting your time, right? So, Milla, so the number is 313-355-2821. But before I even get into this, I had some questions that were sent in. So let me go to those. So the first question that was sent in was, how do we not waste time getting on calls with people who just want free everything? What? Have you guys heard about that? Has it ever happened to you? Whether you're live or on the replay, tell me, have you ever been on the phone with someone or asked to get on the phone with someone because they want to pick your brain? Be like, yeah, that's what I have a program for. That's what my clients get. You know, your intellectual property is worth money. And so whether you've spent 20 years in the business space, like I have, owning my own business back before there was an internet, or if you're brand just simply using all of your work. Ooh, LaGrange, Illinois. Who is it? I know people. No, I missed it. Wait. No. I just missed it. Hold on. I'm calling back. Let's see if it works. I know people in LaGrange. Oh, I wonder who it is. I wonder if it's the person I think it is. That would be so fun if it was. Okay. So, Mary, hello, Mary. The number's above. Make sure you call in. It's going to be fun. I'm going to stay here. We're going to have some fun. Hello?
Hello?
Did you just call the S Word Live? This is Renee Hribar.
Hey, Renee, it's Mary Boris. Hi.
Mary! Awesome! Hey!
This is crazy. It wasn't going through, so I jumped on your live, and now I've got you on the phone.
I am so excited. So Mary is another student in the Set Like a Mother program. I love it. And in fact, we just had a huge implementation day. It was awesome. I loved it. So Mary, you're live on the S Word. Do you have a sales question that we can answer today for the crowd?
Okay, how about, I see what's happening. I'm on a delay. Okay, so how about if you have a client who is a really good, pretty high premium kind of client, and they did real nice work with you, built a website, and started doing some marketing, and then when it came time to do the SEO campaign, they freaked and they decided it was way too much money and all of that, and they sort of did everything, disappeared. And I still do their maintenance and support, but I would like to re-engage them, and I would like to know some ideas about that.
Excellent question. So this is for existing clients. You know, in my world, the sale never ends, right? Because whether it's a new client or whether it's an old client, a former client, I want to consistently let them know what I'm doing, how it's working for them, and what I can potentially do next. Since I'm inside of their business, I'm going to notice things that I can offer them that maybe weren't on the original proposal or aren't a part of, of our original work that we set out to do. So in this particular situation, they had wanted the SEO, but they were concerned about maybe the results that you would get them or the ROI, right? Happens a lot, like, oh, is it worth it? And so the best way to head these concerns off is before they ever happen. So I always build in either weekly, monthly, quarterly, whatever the right time frame is for your business, these check-in calls that aren't sales calls, that aren't meetings, that aren't strategy sessions. They're simply check-ins. Here's what we've been working on. Here are the results you've gotten. Here's what I've noticed. Do you want to hear more about what that might look like in our next meeting? So it's me making sure that they know that I am paying attention and I am listening and I am working on their behalf to make their business grow however we normally set out the path. So in this case, Mary, with you and the person who didn't want the SEO, give them what they want and then set up a meeting maybe in a week or a month, whatever works best for you and them, where it's 20 minutes or 30 minutes and you just talk about all the things that they've accomplished, remind them of what, and it's the, it's the new year, it's a perfect time, a year in review or the 6 months in review, and then talk about, I've noticed that if we tried this and this, it might actually really impact this over here, this thing we initially worked together for. And to do that would require X, Y, and Z from you, business owner. And what I would do is I would do X, Y, and Z for you for this much. So it's valued at, $10,000, but because I'm already working with you, I might give it to you for 5, for example. Does that kind of help about how to bring it in and then how to set the value and then how to deliver the offer?
Definitely, thank you.
Okay, there's a lot to this, right? I mean, it's not like it was just it's not a quick answer, but that's the overarching, bigger, biggest, highest view I can give you. And Mary, I'm so glad that you're inside Sell Like a Mother, because inside there we have templates for this. Inside the private client template vault are ways that you can actually embed this into your sales process that have already been done. You can copy and paste them and take them and use them for yourself.
Awesome.
Cool.
That's
all right.
a great program, by the way. If anybody's not in it, they should be good.
Thank you, Mary. I did not pay her for that. Thank you, Mary. Have a great day. It was great talking with you today.
Thanks, Renee.
Bye. I love it. And Mary, if you're listening, make sure to put how people can get a hold of you in the comments here. Oh, I see someone called. Let's see. Can I call them back? Let's call back. All right. This is so exciting, guys. Say hello as you join, whether you're live or on the replay. Let us know. Where are you at in the world? And what is your sales question? Because we'll get to those questions. All right. Let's see who the next caller is. It's ringing. Don't you love these old time sales calls where it always?
Hi there.
Hey, is this Heather?
It is Heather.
Hey,
Renee, how are you?
I saw your business name come up. I was like, it's Heather Kate. What's up? Awesome.
I was like, oh, this is so cool. How do we do this?
Isn't it neat? So cool. I started the S Word Live because I used to listen to, and it probably is still around. It's a show called The Car Guys. Have you ever heard of that radio show, The Car Guys?
Yeah, the Boston area public radio.
Yes! And people call.
And went nationally, like, yes.
They call in and they're like, my Nissan Sentra is going blah, 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 blah. And then, the one is like, that sounds like the carburetor or whatever.
Yes.
I love it. So, okay. So let's talk about what your sales question is. I'm going to put you up to the speaker. So this is Heather Kate, and make sure that by the end you also put the links to where people can find you in the comments on the live stream. So what is your sales question today?
What is the most effective way to cold call somebody, or is it worth it?
Cold call. Well, I mean, it depends. What kind of client is it?
Well, I was offering web design and social media.
Yeah.
Any kind of company. I don't know.
What is your average ticket? So if someone were to buy something from you, if someone were to hire you to do their web design and their social media, how much does it usually cost?
Well, they're just doing a website, and it's a sort of medium level. Then it would be like $3,000. I mean, I've talked with other companies about long-term, like a year-long contract, and with more complicated stuff in social media and SEO and all that, and that could be more like $18,000. But that company in particular was boat sales company and dock and restaurant. They had a bunch of different things sort of going on.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, so it starts at about 3,000 and it can go up to whatever they need, basically. So you've got the skills. Okay. So does it help to cold call them? So there's the answer is more than one. Okay, so cold calling is better than not doing anything. We'll start there. But is it the thing that I teach? No, because I go along the way of people buy from who they know, like, and trust. Now, this is coming from a person who spent over a decade cold calling businesses, but face-to-face, not on the phone. So I would walk into the business and it was immediate. I needed to immediately build a rapport with them. And it was easier in person than on the phone. So since I work in a global economy now and I can't just pop into the guy's boat shop in Florida, I live in Detroit. I mean, I would like to if I lived in Florida, but and I didn't have social media back then, right? I didn't have an iPhone. I didn't have any of that stuff. So if I had had that stuff, I would have done it different, because we need to build a rapport. We need to connect with people first, is my feeling, right? So it's going to make it easier. People oftentimes say to me, "Oh, no, Renee, how do I handle these objections?" Well, the way I teach sales, I teach it in a way that avoids the objections in the first place, because you're really never talking to a totally cold lead. So when someone doesn't know you at all, you need to warm them up. And it doesn't mean like falsely say nice things. It means genuinely take a look at their business, because every business is online now. It's easy for you to literally go in, look at their existing website, look at their existing social media. What if you did a little Loom video or a Zoom screen share and said, "Hey, here are 5 things that I love about your business. As a brand designer, website designer, what I run my filter through are these 5 points. And I see that you've got some great things. However, I do see there's room for optimization. I've got some great clients that I work with now. For example, talk about the boat guy. He had this and this and this. And over the course of working together for 3 months, 6 months, however long you work together, using my unique strategies, systems, and processes, I was able to help him get this. If you would like the same thing, or when you would like the same thing, call me at click the link below and book a 15-minute call." That's one idea. There you go. That'll be $500. I'm kidding. But it doesn't have to be so hard. So, inside of my program, I actually give the scripts of what to say. I give the templates, copy and paste emails, all that stuff, because sometimes it's hard to stare at a blank screen and be like, what does she mean again? So I've got the videos and the templates and the copy and paste swipe files to make it easier so that this advice can be implemented today versus trying to figure it out down the road. So your question was, is it worth it to cold call? My answer is, if you're not doing anything else, then you should do something. And if cold calling is all you know, then do that. However, there's a better way, and it's warming them up, finding a way in. So if the Loom video isn't there, use the tools at hand. So, how else can you get in? Is there anywhere in their life where they're asking questions that you can expertly advise them initially, and then say, "You know what, I've loved getting to know you," or "I loved what our conversation held. Maybe we should talk more about it, but right now I don't have enough time. Let's book a real call." Does that help?
Totally. Yep.
Yay. Okay, good. Well, this is just, I wish we had more time, right? So Heather, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you. I bet the viewers appreciate you too. I know there's other people out here that do what you do. So make sure that you put in the comments on Facebook Live where to find you and your website and links to find you. Cool?
Awesome. Oh, super. Thank you. Will do.
Thank you. Bye. I love it. Okay, we had some missed calls. I'm calling someone back. If your phone rings, it could be Santa. What? So say hello as you join, whether you're live or on the replay. Oops, let's see. Whether you're just watching.
Hello.
Hello. Is this Miss Irina Miller?
It is indeed. I got through.
Yay! I love it. I love these call-in shows. And for those of you who don't know Irina Miller, she's amazing. I am one of her clients. So I love that she's calling in. I love that she has sales questions, because every business has sales questions. And so if you have sales questions, put them in the comments. I've got others that people sent me beforehand that I'll try to answer. And today, so Irina, if you don't know Irina, maybe you can tell the viewers a little bit about you and where you're at.
Yes. So I'm here in Cincinnati, Ohio, where it's very, very cold, and I'm an intuitive energy coach. I help people tap into their unseen resources through a variety of techniques and tools, really just so they can live a more tuned in, joyful, and peaceful life. So that's really
so needed in the holiday season, Irina. Just hearing your voice, I feel calmer. So what is your, thank you. What is your sales question today?
Yes, well, I'm curious. Sometimes when I've gotten on a call, I've had a client and everything's going along swimmingly, and we get there right to the very end, and it's almost as if they get cold feet. So I'm wondering what to do when they're very, very excited and they're all in, and you get to that point where you say, all right, how would you like to secure this box today? And they say, oh. And they get a little worried or a little nervous about sharing information on payment or finally just clicking that button. What can we do to follow up or to really support them in their choice so that they feel like they've been heard and they feel like that they know I'm really here to serve them on their journey?
Absolutely, completely. And I think anybody listening, coach, consultant, done-for-you service provider, I don't think anybody came to the business world thinking, yeah, I'm going to get those guys. You know, I mean, we're truly are servants of our clients. And I know you, Irina, and I know others that are listening, would rather take like a hot fork in the eye than not come through for someone. So any clients that we have, we know we're going to come through for them, but it is scary to make a decision. And here is the best advice I have, and this is kind of for you and universally. As the person who's offering the service, whether it's coaching, consulting, or done-for-you services, we have done this many times. Even if we've only just started our online side of our business, and we've only had a few clients or one, the person that's buying often has never done this before. They've never bought this service before. Maybe they've never hired a coach. Maybe they've never hired a done-for-you service provider. Maybe they've just never hired you. So as the salesperson, we need to take the mindset of, let's be the shepherd that brings them through the process. So you're talking about the end of the call and the end of the sales process, really, or the beginning and the middle, I guess you could say, of really, because it starts when you start to work with them. But they're at the point where they're thinking, gosh, I really want this. Let's talk about the price. And they're like, oh, wait, I can't do it. So at that point, I always take a break. I say, listen, I totally get it. Like, I'm never going to like force them, right? Like, I never want to guilt anyone or be like, can you find the money? That's bullshit. That is not okay. I know you would never do that. I'm talking to the people that are listening. You would never do that. But what I'm saying, I've seen coaches advise that, and my heart hurts. So what I advise is to take a break, because it's like, it can be a physical break or it can be just a breather. Say, listen, I totally understand. So I'm agreeing. And like, what is it that's coming up for you? And for you especially, Irina, this could be something you could really help them with. What's coming up for you? Is it that you're not sure that it's possible, or is it not, or is it maybe that you're not sure that it's possible for you? Because a lot of times people are like, well, if I hire you, am I really going to get that result? And so is the result, do you feel that the result is possible? Yes. Okay, is it maybe that you feel the result is not possible for you? Well, yeah, I'm worried because I've tried some things that sound like this before, and I paid a lot of money, and I didn't get the result, and whatever's going to come up, because that's the reality, right? Like, we've tried similar things before, it didn't work, we're worried that it's going to be a waste of our time, a waste of our money. We know, as the coach or the consultant or the done-for-you service provider, we're not magicians, we're not saviors, but we certainly can come in and do our best to bring the forward. And so, oops, my screen just froze. So in that, I can see my own face. It's frozen, and it's funny. So the key is, I don't know if we've lost audio or not, but there you go. The key is that we just want to listen and help them in the best we can. So for you, and I know that you're very intuitive and heart-centered, if once you ask what's coming up for you, is it that you feel that the result's not possible, or do you feel that it's not possible for you, or do you feel that it's is it something else? Let it open up, and then ask, after they've said all that, say, what would you like the next step to be? Like, I'm in a mutually beneficial relationship with every one of my clients. Like we walk into this relationship together, because the last thing I want as a coach, a consultant, or a done-for-you service provider is a person that I've strong-armed into a relationship, and now they're pissed at me, you know, or they're just gonna like drag their feet the whole time. I don't want that for them, and I don't want that for me, because I'm in this too. No matter how much you pay me, you know what I mean? Like, hey, it's not about the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to pay the bills, but I also don't need to drag an albatross across the finish line. So it's okay at this point if they still say no, and then I can say, you know what? Let's revisit this tomorrow, or let's revisit this next month, or let's revisit this in 6 months. There are many people that are in my life today that we have paid relationships with that have come to this point in the relationship, and it was a no at that time. But because I continued the relationship with respect, just like you, when they were ready, emotionally, physically, financially, whatever the case, they thought of me. And that's the best I can do, because I want a long-lasting, platform-independent business. So God forbid any one of these social media platforms or go bye-bye, like MySpace or whatever. I have real relationships with real people that I've connected with for real, not just running them through a mill, some process. So I always have business to do. I guess that's my best advice. How does that feel for when you come across that?
Amazing.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, because it's always that question of like, oh, you want to make sure you end the call on a high note, that they know that you love them no matter what. It's not dependent on whether they play with you or work with you or not. And yeah, but just how to continue that conversation. So helpful. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Irina, for calling in. And please put the links to where we can find you in the comments. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right. You too.
Bye. Okay, we had another caller. Excuse me. All right. Say hello as you join. We're going to call this next caller. This will be our last caller. I don't know who this is. I'm excited, though. This is the old-fashioned way combined with the internet. Isn't it awesome? Ooh. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, this is Renee. Did you call the S word?
Oh, I did. I tried to call in. Hi.
Hi, who is this? My name is Renee.
I'm Kim.
Hi, Kim. I'm so excited. So where are you in the planet?
I'm in Michigan as well, in Grand Haven.
Awesome, Michigan. All right. What's the weather like in Grand Haven? Grand Haven's nice, by the way, guys. It's like the vacation spot. So not like Detroit.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. So I want to ask all these questions about Michigan now, but I'll save those for later. So tell us a little bit about your business first. We'll start there.
Well, I'm trying to launch an unconditional self-love healing business. I'm a crystal healer and a Reiki master.
Ooh, I love it.
I'm trying to do that long distance for people. Yeah.
Excellent. And so primarily, have you worked with people in person, or have you also done it online?
Just in person.
Okay.
You know.
Are you looking to get more clients in person and online?
Yes, both. I just I have some exciting stuff going on that I'm collaborating with a naturopathic friend of mine, and we're looking for a space because he has to move out of his, and we may even have a space in the mall.
Ooh.
Which might be exciting. So yeah, it would be. So there's that spot, and then the online as well. So
I love it. I love it.
yeah.
So what is your sales question today?
Well, if I want to go on Facebook or go online, how do I get clients? Because the other people I see are only having like maybe 120 people, and then none of those people actually buy anything from them. They like the live videos or the quotes, and it's how to get people more than 100 to come in.
More than 100 to come in where? Let me just get some context.
Like on Facebook. Like if you're going to go out on Facebook. And yeah, I'm not a salesperson. I hate doing Facebook Live. You know, I'd rather sit home with a book all day, but I'm trying to get out there. So.
Okay, I love it. So here's a great idea. So
yeah.
if you'd rather sit home with a book all day, so that's good. Let's work from there. So, okay, you said I'm not a salesperson. When we own our own business, we have to own the fact that we, as a part of all the things that we do, sales is one of those things. So I am not a Reiki master, but if I own a business, I don't have to be. But if I own a business as a Reiki master, I have to also do a little bit of the sales. But the sales doesn't have to be like the guy in the phone booth. That's not the kind of sales that anybody respects or wants. So you don't have to be that guy. You can be you. And so how do you like to be sold to? Well, I think for most people, it's about, I want to feel heard. I want to feel listened to. And I want to feel like there's a connection before you start pitching me on your offers, right? So let's find a baseline of common ground first, and then we'll see maybe where some questions might come up, and then based on the answers to those questions, maybe you are qualified to hear about what I've got to offer. But I'm not going to rush it, right? It's like dating. Now, too fast, too soon. I just use the analogy of, what's that show? Is it on TLC? 90 Day Fiance? Yeah. Too fast, too soon. Train wrecks. So if you've seen 90 Day Fiance, guys, and you're listening on Facebook Live, there it's train wreck. So you don't want to go too fast, too soon. So when I go online, there isn't some magic button or switch that I'm flipping that's like making people come to me. What I'm doing when I go online is I'm simply showing up as myself, as I would, as if we were in person. So that when and if we meet in person, there's not some weird like, who the heck is this? You were someone different online. That's the first problem I see a lot of people making, is they try to show up online like, I don't know, like the Randazzles, I don't know, like fancy or something. You know what I mean? Like, just, if you're fancy, be fancy, because then you're always fancy, but I'm definitely not fancy. So I show up how, like, if you were to come into my house now, like the UPS guy, or, like knocking on my door, delivering our 800th, Amazon present today, I'm the same person. My friends who are not in business watch my Facebook Lives. They're like, oh my God, I saw you today. You're just like that in person. So like, that's the first advice I have. So if you like reading books, something I've advised some clients to do is start a book club. It doesn't even have to be about Reiki. It could just be about whatever you like to read about. Because people, maybe has anybody that's ever gotten to know you outside of Reiki learned about you and liked you and then said, what do you do? And then you tell them and they're like, oh my God, I've been looking for a Reiki master. Or, I've been interested in that, but tell me more. Has that ever happened like that? So, yeah, so the internet just allows that to happen more readily with people that don't live in Grand Haven. Because if you have an online book club, I know it's freaking cold, and some nights when I have my book club meeting, I don't want to go out, but if I can log on to like Zoom or a secret Facebook group and talk about the book, that'd be easier. We can all sip wine on the couch in our own house. Have our own snacks, right? Right, so like you could combine, you could have people come to the studio if you have that, and then also offer it online. So it's just another way to connect with you so that you meet more people that then you have the opportunity to talk to for real, and then connect with them about, hey, I have this great thing that I'm doing, and it's a way to learn more about what Reiki is and how it might benefit you. And then once they know, because I think a lot of people aren't aware of what it is or how to, or they've heard about it from someone that maybe didn't explain it right or didn't do it the way you do it, and it wasn't the right fit for them, so they put everybody in the same bucket,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So there's one idea. Does that, so you said, how do people get clients? Well, you then start the conversation, and then you eventually, there is a pattern and a path. You don't want to take forever, but ultimately, what you first need more than anything is a reason to reach out, a reason to have that conversation, and just ask questions. And based on that, good things happen. Does that feel like something you can do to get more clients?
Yes, that feels like something I can do. That's cool and fun, and everybody's a part of it, and it's not just me talking.
Right.
To people. Yeah,
right.
That sounds very good.
Because you don't want to be like some talking head, like, I am just going to sell you everything right now. You're like, buy my thing. That's annoying, right?
It is annoying.
So you don't have to be like that. You be you, because you sound cool. And so, you be you. And people that are like, it's funny. It's funny. Like, I'm from New York originally. I live in Detroit now, but it's amazingly funny how, I don't know, 80% of my clients have some connection to the Northeast. I don't purposely do that, but they get me, I guess. I put myself there, and I put out that vibe, and that's what I get back, I suppose. So if you are just you, it's going to happen for you too. So that's my best advice. Does that answer that question?
Oh, thank you.
No problem. My pleasure.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I'm so glad that we met. It's just like, it's like so cool. I love the internet for this opportunity. So I please put where we can find you in the comments of the Facebook Live so we can connect further.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
All right. You have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
So cool, right? Like, it's okay. It's 1 o'clock. I'm so excited, guys. Thank you for hanging out for 30 whole minutes. If you love these kind of interactions, this is what I do in my live web classes. I teach a bigger presentation about exactly how to go through the key components of 10-minute sprints every single day for 7 days in a week, so that there are opportunities for conversations with new paying clients every 7 days. Use the tools that we have available to us: telephone, internet, email, and you can find people that want what you have. You don't have to be pushy or weird or manipulative. You just got to be you. And if that's weird or you're not sure about how to do that, I have a live web class tomorrow starting at 12:15. You can register. I'll put the link around. And if not, it was great to have you here listening. Whether you're live or on the replay, I truly appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Where's the button? There it is.